Welcome back, squad. I got a bunch of wide receivers that I like this year. Let's go. Up first, he's going in the low wide receiver 30s right now. It's Jeudy. Jeudy was 7th in targets total overall last season, which is crazy considering he plays on the Browns. When Winston took over, he averaged 7 catches a game and 112 yards a game. And now Winston is not back, but Joe Flacco is there, and he is competent enough. And when he becomes not competent enough, they'll switch out the quarterback to someone better? Question mark? At least someone younger, at least. But I love him because who else is going to catch the ball, right? Njoku is there and we like him, but Jeudy is the guy. He is the clear number one. He finished as wide receiver 12 in PPR last season, which is nuts. And I wouldn't say he's going to finish as 12 again, but I do think he will beat 33 or wherever he's going in that range right now. So I like Jeudy. Up next, he's going in the low 20s right now. It's Courtland Sutton. There's a lot of 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s in Denver for wideouts, but there is a clear number one, and it is Mr. Sutton himself. Now, some people might see him, and they see him at that wide receiver 2 option, and they might be a little afraid of him because he's a little pricey, right? But I still think there's some value there. He averaged almost 8 targets a game last season. This offense is more established with Bo Nix in his second year now. He had almost a 25% target share. He had a career high in catches. He had 135 targets overall last season, which put him in the top 15, and he had 22 red zone targets, which puts him in the top 10. So I like pretty much everything that I've read about him. I think that if I'm going for like a 20s wide receiver, I like him a decent amount. And I think he's not very like sexy or flashy. Like he's not going to get drafted super high or super low, but he's consistent. He's a little older, which is a little hesitation for me, but I still have confidence in him. I still have confidence in the Broncos. Courtland Sutton. Up next, this one has had a little bit of development, but he's so cheap right now. If he can recover from this injury, I really like him. It's Darnell Mooney. Last I saw, he was going in the low 50s, like wide receiver 52, 53 in that range, and he's still really good. He had a really good season last year with the Kirk Cousins-Penix combo, and I think he will continue to be good still. He had 6.6 targets a game last season, but he had a 93% snap share. Might be top in the league. It's very good. So they clearly trust him, and they like him to be on the field, and I don't think that's going to change. Kirk Cousins got hurt in week 10, and before that, he was averaging 7.7 targets a game. While obviously Penix and Kirk are not the same, I foresee Penix still being just fine for him. He did have a shoulder injury that is very nebulous last time I heard about it. And that's just kind of how preseason camp stuff goes. So I'm a little hesitant because of that, because if it's a serious injury, I am less in on him. But if it's just like a sprain or a shoulder injury that is not going to take him out for months, I like him way more. So he's super cheap. I love his price. I've liked him for a long time now, and I will continue to like him until they rank him appropriately. Darnell Mooney. Me and all of your mothers love this pick. He's very popular to be a sleeper this year, but it's kind of easy to see why. Jacoby Myers. He's going in the low 40s right now, which I think he will move up. I think that will change slightly, but even if he's like 35, I still like him. I think he's my favorite must-draft wide receiver, if I'm being honest with you. Not that I have favorites at all, but if I did, I would pick him. It's kind of like children, but you know. Taller. He was 11th in targets last season and had career highs in yards and catches on the Raiders. With Aiden O'Connell and Garner Minshew. And now he has Geno Smith. He had an over 24% target share last season, which is pretty good. And he finished at wide receiver 26 in points per game. I could see that hitting fairly confidently. And I think he will be even better than that. Now, the fear I think that's baked into this is that Genty is there and Brock Bowers is there. And Bowers is there, that's true. I guess they're both true. I'm not worried about either of them really that much. One, because I think the Raiders aren't going to be that good in their division. They will run the ball, obviously, for sure. Genty will get a good, solid amount of work. But Geno's a baller. He throws the ball a lot, right? And they're going to trust him to throw the ball. So they also aren't that good in my mind. I think they're like middle of the road, if I had to guess. And I think because of that, they're going to be throwing a decent amount. So especially when they play those 6 games within the division against the Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Broncos. I couldn't think of the Broncos. And the Broncos. I just talked about them. Anyway, he only had 4 touchdowns last season. I think he'll be even better in the touchdown department this year. Even if he gets 5, I think That is very doable. He could also hit like 8 for all we know. So I think he's a slam dunk this year. I'm going to try and get him as much as I can, especially at his price, Jacoby Myers. This one is interesting, and this one's going to ruffle some feathers, especially with the whole suspension thing, because now Rashee Rice doesn't have his suspension for the first 4 games. So it'll be after that. So from the beginning, you're going to think he's trash, and maybe you're right. Marquise Brown, he's going around wide receiver 60, which is egregiously cheap. And I'm not saying he's like an all-star or he's going to be amazing for you, but he's interesting. He only played 2 games last season, but he had 8 targets and 7 targets in those games. It's hard to say you love him because you don't really know him. It's like a 3-week relationship. It's like, this is good, but like, what is this? It's one of those kind of things. So it could be good, but I don't think it'll be great until after week 5. And I don't even know if it'll be great. It might just be like better than expected, right? Because wide receiver 60 is so cheap. Let's look at who's going around that price. Hunter Henry's going 2 spots above him. Jack Betch is going a spot above him. Below him is the Broncos defense. Yikes. Dylan Sampson, the Cleveland like rookie backup. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not projecting like top 20 finish or anything crazy, but if he's like top 40, that would not shock me. It's a bit of a dart throw, and it's risky dart throw, but he's wide receiver 60. You can pick him up for free. So it's like, what's the real risk? So I would wait until Rice gets suspended, see where that lands, and then kind of take it from there. So hesitantly, Marquise Brown, question mark. This one I actually like more than Brown. He's cheaper than Brown. He's going in the late 60s, so like 67, 68, that range. Wan'Dale Robinson. Now, he's the definition of a PPR guy. I would not take him in a standard league, but he's so cheap, number one. Number two, his targets were kind of nuts last year. He was 10th in targets last season. He was in the top 10. He averaged 8.2 targets a game last season, which ties him with DJ Moore. There is that uncertainty because it's a new quarterback, because it's the Giants and they're just a bomb disaster of a team that you just don't know what you're going to get, and that's baked in there. And he's so cheap. He had 9 finishes in the top 36. He had a 22.5% target share. It's not like going to wow you, but for his price, could he finish top 40, top 35? Maybe. Not crazy to say so. So he's interesting, but what I've learned from this even more so is I'm going to transition it into the next guy, going from Wan'Dale Robinson to Josh Downs. Downs is going around wide receiver 50 right now. Downs averaged 7.6 targets a game last season, which is pretty good. And because of that, he has that new quarterback. I'm intrigued a lot by him. Downs finished at wide receiver 35, and he averaged 13 fantasy points a game last season. So he is interesting. Him and Wan'Dale are super interesting. I still like them both. They're still decent options because they're so cheap. Downs you might have to draft, but I would take a shot on both and be okay. And the nice part with like Robinson or Downs is that you take them late, try it out for a few weeks. If it's not there, you dump them, right? It's not a huge cost to you, not a huge risk to you. So Josh Downs is my next sleeper pick. You already know who it is. Come on. What are we doing? Don't even tempt me with Keenan Allen this year. Okay, let's do it. Oh no, it's dangerous now. Allen had 8.1 targets a game last season in the Bears with Eberflus, dear God. 0.1 targets below DJ Moore. He led the league in targets 2 years ago, and yes, he's an old man now, not the same. He won't do that again. Obviously, that's why he's going so late. He's played with Herbie before. Lad's there, obviously, but that's kind of everyone that I trust. I guess QJ is still there, and they drafted Trey Harry Boy and other people. He had an 87% snap share last season, and he has no more stupid ass go routes where they're making him run 40 yards and then they have to bench him because he's tired because you sent him on a 45-yard go route. He's like 33 years old. You know me. If Keenan Allen's on the board, if he's there in the late 50s, I will take him. I can't leave my boy on the board for someone else. I'm going to be drafting like 45-year-old Keenan Allen, and he's going to be catching one pass for -2 yards, and he's going to fall over and die. If you're feeling crazy, like me, apparently. And that's the list. Anyway, that was more than I thought it was going to be. I hope you guys like it. Stay tuned for tight ends. Season is right around the corner. I'm super excited. Let's go. See you soon.